from 1978 and number 174 in the Imprint range is Louis Malle's Pretty Baby. Now this is a tough film along the lines of Lolita. It feels in a similar vein to that movie. Although this is based on true events, it's a snapshot of sexual exploitation in New Orleans at a very specific time, at a time where there is a certain desensitization to these events. We follow the world of Violet, a 12-year-old girl, as she lives within a brothel with her mother Hattie, who is starting to realise that her life is being imprinted onto her daughter. Susan Sarandon plays Hattie. It's a wonderful role. She's in the movie at the start for a little while, and she is just a shining light of this one.
It's those respectable people who are lying on top of you every night, Hattie.
You'll be back. No, I won't.
Really showing her daughter a lifestyle, events and things that she shouldn't be subjected to at a young age. And when she ends up leaving as she gets married, promising to come back for Violet, played by Brooke Shields, becomes part of this community. She gets taken in by the rest of the city family nature that's within this brothel, ultimately becoming part of the working girls there.
I know what to do. Leave me alone. Well, don't act like you know it all. You won't even get a tip that way.
It is a kind of sleazy movie at moments. It does feel rather off-putting, but it's supposed to do that. It's an image of a time and a place and things that were perceived to be acceptable at a moment, which it most definitely is not. There is a horrific moment in this film showing the true horrors, I would say, of humanity when Violet decides that she is going to take up business within this residence. She is a young girl, she's 12. She auctions off her virginity at one point, or the madam of the house does.
Will you take a check?
What would I do with a check?
Cash. I got cash. $400.
Jesus Christ.
And to see the sort of fevered bidding that is taking place by these lecherous men is just horrifying. The antics that come later, which you never really see, pale in existence to that openness of just horrible nature. The production design, the look of the movie, the tactile feel of the world is just wonderfully realised here, and you really do get some fantastic performances. Brooke Shields as Violet is excellent. She feels like a fully rounded character, one that's been horribly misshaped by this world that she lives in, that's living into the laws that she has seen. This is definitely a product of her upbringing.
You deserted the child. I don't mean to be cruel, but...
How dare you say that? I did no
be
such
sensible.
thing.
And things kind of take a turn when David Carradine's Belloc comes into it. He's a man who's always hanging around the brothel, never really interacts with any of the women, never hires any of them, just kind of takes pictures of them because his career as a photographer. And as he slowly spends time there, he begins to have an affection for Violet. He begins to start really feeling for her a lot, until ultimately that is realised in a moment where Violet kind of attaches herself to him, and it becomes a little bit like Lolita, where the sudden realisation that this man has started a relationship with, which is basically a child, and the ramifications of that.
Violet, did you take those bottles that I left on the table in the front room?
The ones with the glass stoppers?
Yes.
Yes, I was playing with them.
But yeah, I really liked Pretty Baby. It was a tough movie to get through, with some hard-hitting scenes, but they're there for a purpose. It's there to highlight a time and a place and kind of atrocities and exploitation that was taken advantage of these women at the time, how they pretty much just become a commodity, items, cattle of sorts. I loved absolutely adored the camaraderie between the women in the household. Just watching them do simple things like play games on their day off, just be there for each other, was all fantastic, and I loved that. The look of the movie is terrific. Just some of the points within the film can push boundaries a little bit, but yes, I would strongly recommend Pretty Baby. Pretty great movie. Touchy subject matter, not for everybody, but worthwhile. Louis Malle directs the hell out of it. Yeah, pretty great. One that I will not rush back to watch again, but I will definitely check out at some point. I'd love to know your thoughts on Pretty Baby. If you have seen it, have you heard about it? Are you going to check it out? Let me know in the comment box below whether you liked it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. I would love to know your opinion of this film. As always, there's more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. And don't forget, in the description box are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.